Would you believe I have come out to get in the car again, and there's another frog. Hang on, I'm gonna get you over here. Y'all got to quit crawling up in my car like that. Alright, get down. Go. Go on. Come on. There you go, bud. Go be a frog. So today I have driven out Walnut Meadow Park to the other end of town to the Kentucky Artisan Center because they have a nature trail out here to walk. You all know by now I like to get out and walk, if for no other reason than I have to go home and check for ticks. But I don't know if I'll actually go in the Artisan Center today. I might. And I might save it for a different video, because it's definitely a place everybody should check out if you are coming through here on I-75 on your way to the Smokies or Florida or wherever. If you're traveling with a dog, this is a good place to get them out. You have to be on a leash, pick up your duty. The trail is just shy of a half a mile long. And these trails hook with a trail that goes into town, and those connect with the other trails. So really you can walk from the interstate to downtown Berea all the way to the Pinnacles. All the parks you've seen me at except for the lake, they're all connected. Well, and there's a briar right off the bat. Lots of briars, looks like. There's some little purple flowers. I don't think those are daisies, they're too purpley. I have actually only walked this trail one time in my life, and that was when it very first opened, so that's been a few years ago. And you can tell it's not been used much this year. As you can tell, this trail is not one of the black-topped ones that we have. A lot of them are blacktop. That way they're handicap accessible. They're easy for bicycles, you know, that kind of thing. It's pretty back in here. I wonder what the Vegas odds are that I'll come up on a snake again. Seems like everywhere I go here lately, there's a frog and a snake. What's your problem? That's what I thought. Hush. There's that dog turd somebody didn't pick up. That's probably what that bird's hollering about. It wasn't me, I pooped at home. Look at the shade. This is nice. Now a little bit about the Artisan Center. As you've probably put together by now, Berea is a big arts town. in 1996, we had a tornado come through, an F3 from what I remember. It hit about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm stopping because there's a spider web across the trail. The tornado hit, it wasn't really 5:30, it was like 5:45 or something, and went straight through town and through Old Town Berea, which is probably the main area of town for where the artists have their studios and stuff, and the welcome centers down there, and caused a lot of problems. So everybody was kind of worried whether or not the art community here would make it back. And of course, as you know from the Gatlinburg fires a couple of years ago, rumors get started about what's destroyed, and everybody worries, a tourist's gonna think we're not here anymore. So the solution was to build this Artisan Center. And it serves a dual purpose, because when I-75 was widened about the same time, they took out the rest area that was just a couple miles north of here. So the Artisan Center also serves as a rest area. If we go in there now, I'll talk about that in there. This is a lot nicer out here than I expected. The tornado, that was a interesting time. I was talking about the tornado. That's only the one real big tornado I've been through. We've had tornadoes hit around town, or we've had warnings and watch funnel clouds and stuff. But that's the one that really did damage. I was in Cincinnati with a friend. We had gone up there clubbing at a place called The Warehouse. The Harvey Five may have heard of that. It's not there anymore. It was on Vine Street and over the Rhine, which tells you a little bit about it. I had a bad feeling while we were there, and I wanted to go home. My friend was with me. She wouldn't want to go home. I told her, I was like, you can either get in my car and go home with me, or you can walk back. I thought I saw a snake. So on the way home, it rained a lot. We didn't think anything of it. I dropped her off in Richmond, which is just north of here. And as I was driving into Berea, I could see the clouds rolling because the lights from the industrial park were shining up on them. And I'm not a storm person, so I was tore all to pieces. I got home, walked in the house, turned the TV on. Probably could have counted to 5, the power went out, it hit. I was pretty close to be driving right at it. And of course, the sirens never went off. There was no warning ever issued. This thing came out of nowhere. And later I found out, I did a story for the paper about it for the 10-year anniversary, I think. And the dispatcher I was good friends with later told me that she knew something was wrong and couldn't figure out why there wasn't a warning, and she went to hit the sirens anyway, and as she reached to hit the button, the windows blew out of City Hall. And then once it was over, everyone was like, that was kind of weird. It was so dark, just no power anywhere.
my family had all come downstairs where my bedroom was at that point, and Dad went out to his truck. He had a police scanner out there. And I can't repeat exactly what he said. But he came back in the house and basically said the tornado took the whole weather in town off the earth, and off he went. People now talk about all the trees we have uptown, especially on campus. There's probably not half the trees there were before the tornado hit. You know, I think this is a pretty safe area, but I should watch for paint heifers, as always. You never know where they're at, unless you hear them shaking that can. I must be getting close to being done. That wasn't very long at all. I may have to go in the Artisan Center. In the Artisan Center, just, what are those? Let's check these babies out. And that one looks cooler. What are you? I need to look you up, my little book. You're pretty cool. They're not columbines. Well, it does look like I'm almost back to the parking lot already. Y'all know what that is, don't you? Anybody that lives in the mountains knows what that is. Now I've got my mask on, even though a lot of people here aren't wearing them. And as you can see, the retail area, y'all have got to come check this out. There is so much stuff here to see. Basically, it focuses on Kentucky artists. Now, this is Lindy Evans. This is my friend who lives in town. She makes Santa Clauses. And actually, this is my friend Michelle Weston, the glassblower in Old Town. She loves her starfish. There's one of Lindy's big Santa Clauses. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but in Lindy's workshop, I have this weird, not a fear of eyeballs, but I don't like loose eyeballs. Like if I watch a scary movie and somebody's eyeball gets out of their head, I'm done. She has drawers of eyeballs that look real. But all the art in here is from Kentucky artists. And you can buy anything you see. There's some raku pottery. I know how to do that. It's just beautiful in here. Now the other things they sell in here is they have Kentucky cookbooks, Kentucky soaps, lotions, all that kind of stuff. Kentucky food products. Anything you can imagine that's handmade and comes from Kentucky, you're gonna find it in here. And in all honesty, the air conditioner is worth the trip inside right now. It feels great. But probably look at this pottery. That is gorgeous. Oh, makes me miss working in pottery. You see all the books back here. I used to have so many books about Kentucky and stuff like that, and I give them away. I gotta stop. Oh, look at that. Jesus and the Fishes, ain't that cool? Zach Browning from Lexington. Those are sharp. And I did get permission to film. I don't know if I had to or not, but I didn't want to be rude. Let's see what we got here. As you know, we're known for our bourbon in Kentucky. And oh, bourbon's good on about any kind of meat. Evan Williams, one day when I get to feeling froggy, we may hit the bourbon trail, which is a trail you can follow. God, look at this candle down here. That's a candle. But we may hit the bourbon trail, and it goes to a lot of the distilleries in town or in Kentucky. Nom, 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 nom. That one looked mean, didn't it? Now I love this kind of stuff. It's made out of junk. I shouldn't say junk, recycled stuff. Those look like watercolors. Hard to see some for the glare. Oh yeah, did y'all know that? All the disco balls on Earth are made in Louisville. Not many people know that. And this is the cafe where they serve like Kentucky specialty stuff. Here is a lunch menu. Now here's interesting. They have Sav's ice cream. Sav is from Ghana and lives in Lexington and has an ice cream restaurant and a West African restaurant that is delicious. Everybody loves him and that food. Now, the most important part of the Artisan Center is these bathrooms. They get awards all the time. We're not gonna go in them, but they win awards all the time for having the cleanest and best maintained bathrooms on I-75. So that's another reason to get off the interstate on your way south or back north. I hope that music don't get me in trouble. I hadn't even thought about it. Now we're back outside. Now there's one thing I did not see that I wanted to get a picture of. I may have to come find it some other time for another video I'm wanting to do. Make sure I'm not gonna get run over out here. But that's it. This is the Kentucky Artisan Center. Quick and dirty trip. Like I said, if you're on I-75, this is the best place to stop. It's at exit 77, which is Berea's northern exit. And if you're coming south, you would turn left. If you're going north, you're going to turn right. You're going to get to a stoplight at the top of a hill, and you're going to turn right again, and then you'll see the entrance. It is not hard to find. If you're looking for it with GPS, I'm wanting to think the actual street address is Artisan Loop, Artisan Circle, or something like that. I'll look it up for you and let you know. But as always, I'm taking this mask off. As always, thank y'all for being with me. Like, subscribe, share, it all helps. We're gonna go home and work on another video. I'm home now, and I got out my trusty dusty Things That Grow in the Woods book, and that weird flower I saw is called an Indian pink. See, it looks just like it. And here's what's really interesting. It says it's uncommon. And that is a fancy word for you don't see it very much. That was pretty cool.